In this video, we'll be analyzing the operations of Curiosity and compare its operations with Tim Hortons. Curiosity is a small coffee shop located on main campus of the University of Warwick, while Tim Hortons is a multinational Canadian fast food chain famous for its coffees and donuts. Both Curiosity and Tim Hortons specialized in serving beverages and a small range of light snacks. While Tim Hortons is operating in many countries, including the UK, we will be focusing solely on its restaurants in Canada, where it has currently more than 3,000 restaurants across the country. The main areas we'll be looking into are the 4 V's of Curiosity and Tim Hortons, the comparison of the relative importance of the operations performance objectives of Curiosity, the different layout types implemented by Curiosity in its operations, and finally, Little's Law and lean improvements are discussed for Curiosity to advance the process. After that, we'll provide recommendations linked to lean techniques. Talking about the 4 V's, for the volume. The volume of Tim Hortons is relatively high compared to Curiosity due to their different customer bases and different amounts of customers. Tim Hortons serves the general public, which significantly increases their potential customers, and hence they have a very high volume of outputs with its over 3,000 restaurants in Canada. This is evident by the fact that it serves almost 8 out of 10 cups of coffee in Canada and more than 2 billion cups of coffee per year. On the other hand, Curiosity's customer base is limited mainly to university students, and hence the volume is significantly lower. Due to their considerably smaller volume and space available, they order smaller quantities, which often leads to a shortage in certain ingredients and products during the last hour of service. Now for the variety. The variety of Curiosity is relatively low compared to Tim Hortons, as they offer only a decent range of food and beverages. Customers have a moderate range of products to choose from for each category. For example, they offer sandwiches, smoothies, coffees, and hot chocolates. In addition, Curiosity also offers vegan cakes or beverages which suit people with special dietary needs. However, Tim Hortons offers a much larger range of products, from soups to savory treats such as hot breakfast sandwiches, cold sandwiches, and wraps, to baked goods which are available with 35 different toppings. For the variation in demand. The variation in demand of Curiosity's yearly operations is very high compared to Tim Hortons' yearly operations. Tim Hortons has a high variation in demand measured over the year due to the limited number of students being on campus over weekends and during the vacation periods of the university, causing a decline in demand. Therefore, Curiosity operates on shorter opening times during the vacation period and on weekends, which proves the flexibility of the coffee shop regarding the number of customers that they have. The variation in demand for Tim Hortons is lower compared to Curiosity, given the more stable and predictable demand throughout the year due to its large scale of operation. Visibility. The visibility of Curiosity is relatively high compared to Tim Hortons. In Curiosity, beverages are made near to the customer and hence the operation is visible to them. For the food, the visibility is lower than the visibility for beverages, since the food is mostly pre-made, but the customer can see the preparation process. For Tim Hortons, the visibility is also quite moderate, as food orders are mostly made in the kitchen, which is usually not visible to the customer. However, sandwiches are prepared in front of the customer, increasing its visibility.
Now, performance objectives. The performance objectives consist of 5 parts: cost, quality, speed, dependability, and flexibility. For the cost aspect, since the main customer group for Curiosity is formed by students in Warwick with low consumption ability, it's crucial for Curiosity to keep the prices as low as possible. Compared to Tim Hortons, which is a huge chain of coffee shops, and is currently holding a higher price than the average level in North America. In order to provide higher quality products, the importance of cost for Curiosity is higher than Tim Hortons. Quality is relatively more important for Curiosity because it prides itself with serving really fantastic coffee and the best hot drinks on campus. Given the small scale of operation in terms of its volume, beverages are freshly made after an order has been placed. It's quite different from the chain coffee shop, Tim Hortons, which applies mass production to satisfy high demand. Thus, food and beverages are normally prepared beforehand, which will sacrifice part of quality for Tim Hortons. Speed is not quite important for Curiosity, since university students come here seeking a place to relax, study, or catch up with friends. Hence, although they would still prefer shorter waiting times, customers usually place less emphasis on waiting times. For dependability part, Curiosity's dependability is lower than Tim Hortons. The lower volume and therefore its possibility for having shortages in supply causes a decrease in dependability. However, looking at Tim Hortons, which has high dependability due to being a large scale of operation and due to having well-trained employees, The working abilities of employees in Curiosity cannot compete with the well-trained workers in Tim Hortons, increasing its dependability. Flexibility is very important for Curiosity due to the immense weekly and yearly variation in demand compared to the large chain operation Tim Hortons. Since there is only one fridge for the stock, Curiosity has to manage inventory carefully, which is heavily increasing the importance of flexibility for Curiosity. The demand for Tim Hortons is quite stable on a larger scale because general customers won't be affected by weekends and vacation as students are, decreasing its required flexibility.
Now for the layout type. Curiosity implements a hybrid layout. Overall, it is a product layout with cell layout elements. After waiting in the line, the order is placed by the consumer and the payment is being made at the counter. Then, the staff starts preparing the order after receiving it. The process of making the item is acting as a cell layout. Every order type represents a cell, and different cells follow various preparation processes, including the drinks cell, pastry cell, and snack cell, such as sandwiches. It is a demonstration of a process layout within the cell since each item is prepared step by step through different routes under fixed transforming resources. After that, the order is given directly to the takeaway consumer or is being delivered to the table by a member of staff. Finally, the consumers can decide whether to adjust their drinks or food at the self-service area.
Now talking about the lean improvement. In the calculations of Little's Law, we can see that based on a 15-minute interval during Curiosity's peak time, there would require 4.7 workers, therefore 5 workers, to complete orders of in total 70 items. In reality, Curiosity needs at least 6 workers to accomplish the same workload. In order to improve this, we have come up with a solution to allow continuous flow and to standardize work, implementing certain lean improvements. Now for the improvements. Instead of writing the orders on post-its and additionally putting the order into the till, it would be advantageously to simply put the order into the till. Then the order could be sent from the till to each specific workstation. This would cause improved visual management and improve the 5S aspect Satan because identifying products becomes easier and it's arranged for the ease of use. For example, there could be workstations for different orders like for coffees, teas, pastries, and sandwiches where the orders are displayed on a screen. In addition to that, there would be one multi-skilled worker who puts together the orders and additionally does, for example, cleaning and replenishing. Based on the average demand and capacity, there could be 2 workstations at the coffee machine and 1 workstation for each pastries and sandwiches during peak times. Since coffees are the most popular orders, limiting the people working at the coffee machine to 2 people would not slow down the process because of the limit capacity of the coffee machine. This would standardize the work, allowing the process and product to be exactly the same every time. This would also reduce the waste in the transport and motion processes. But a problem with this could be that staff will not be working continuously when there is no order for its station or if the station is not running at full capacity. Therefore, a partial implementation of the standardization system could be beneficial, especially for the coffee making process since there is almost continuous demand for coffees. However, a fully standardized system will not work because of the standard variation and supply procedures. Customers sometimes have unique demands which require multi-skilled labor. Therefore, at least one staff member would be required to be multi-skilled to be able to complete all these additional procedures. Furthermore, we would recommend Curiosity to implement restaurant pages which would further cut down the waste of motion and transportation. This implementation would also reduce the waiting time since customers are able to collect their ordered items themselves and they do not have to wait for the delivery anymore. Overall, these adjustments would improve the visual management. It would standardize the work, allowing to have a continuous flow while reducing the waste of labor and motion. There is also an improvement in Satan and CISO. Now, for the conclusion. In conclusion, one challenge faced by Curiosity is the capability to manage the high variation in demand, though it's fairly predictable. Other difficulties are to minimize the time waste in transportation and motion processes due to the lack of implementing standardization working systems. Moreover, the limited capacity for storage, which is only 1 freezer, leads to the requirement of making multiple supply orders throughout the week, which increases their operational costs and time waste. The principal performance objective for Curiosity is flexibility. Owing to its on-campus location, Curiosity is profoundly affected by the weekly and yearly seasonality. To implement lean processes, we recommend Curiosity to execute a layout with continuous flow, helping to standardize work. Changing its visual management strategy from post-its to displays, which show the orders at the workstation, would furthermore reduce the time lag between receiving the order, and production. Thank you for listening.